Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has restricted helicopter flights near Ronald Reagan National Airport following Wednesday night's deadly midair collision. According to the Coalition to Protect America's Airports, an airport safety advocacy group, Reagan National Airport is the busiest commercial runway in the U.S. with no room to grow. The group says it serves 9 million more passengers than it was designed to handle. The Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority says there are more than 800 takeoffs and landings at Reagan National per day. That's in addition to hundreds of daily flights coming in and out of other airports in the Maryland, Washington, Virginia area. Joining us right now to discuss is Gregory Feith. He's a former senior investigator with the National Transportation Safety Board. Thank you for joining us on this important topic. Why does the D.C. area have such a busy airspace? Is it the traffic combined with the tight space?
It is. It's a very confined space. Unlike Washington Dulles or even Baltimore, Washington, where they are out in more of a rural area, even though they are surrounded with a lot of urban buildings. Washington, D.C. is a very compressed, very small section of pavement next to a very busy corridor of air traffic, which is a combined air traffic. It's both civilian and military, and those are critical military routes. Those low-level helicopter routes are critical for national security and other reasons, and because of their proximity to the Capitol and the White House.
There were concerns over the crowded airspace around D.C. before this happened. Now we have Secretary Duffy restricting airspace. First of all, help us understand what exactly that means, and is it an acknowledgement that there's an issue?
I think it's a bit premature. Yes, Secretary Duffy did restrict operations, and I think a lot of that stems from the fact that they're still in the recovery phase of getting both the regional jet and the helicopter out of the water. But they have to really study what's going on. One of the misnomers, I believe, that we've been talking about or has been talked about over the last 3 days, everybody thinks that this accident is somehow related to traffic density, and it has nothing to do with traffic density. You had one aircraft, you had one fixed-wing aircraft, that's the regional jet, and one helicopter. It's not like it was a multitude of aircraft that all came together. The thing that they really have to look at is operational discipline on the part of both the military pilots and the regional jet pilots, but they also have to look at really the flow of traffic coming in and into and out of Washington National. They may have to put some restrictions like prohibiting night overflights of those routes as the pilots are trying to land on 3-3, because that particular route that the American Airlines airplane took them right over Route 4, which is that low-level helicopter route.
Last year, Congress approved more daily flights at Reagan, even though the airport opposed the idea. Why did they do this, and does that need to be re-examined?
I think that does. That was done, I think, for some political reasons, as even, I believe it was a congressman or the senator who had lobbied the FAA and American Airlines to establish that direct flight from Wichita to Washington. And while it is convenient for some, does it add to, in the grand scheme of things, a lot more traffic? Yes. But is it all about traffic flow? Is it all about staffing as far as air traffic is concerned? Do they have to come up with different route structures so that when you have that mixed traffic, such as the low-level helicopter traffic mixing with civilian airplanes coming into and out of Washington National, they'll have to re-examine that. But they don't need to take drastic action to shut down the airport or drastically reduce the number of flights, because this accident was a one-off. They've been operating mixed flow traffic for better than 50 years in and out of that particular piece of airspace, and it's been done safely. Have there been near mid-airs or potential for mid-airs? Yes, because you have humans interacting with machines. But in the grand scheme of things, it's been done safely because of the protocols that have been established evolutionary over a period of time to make that piece of airspace safe.
Gregory Feith, thank you.
Thank you.